This is literally how we operated in Iraq without any accountability whatsoever, okay? We did this for years and years. We said, oh, we shot a hospital. Guess what? Maybe the hospital had Taliban in it. Turns out the hospital didn't have Taliban in it, but it's all right. It's just, you know, oh, my mistake. I know you watched it in broad daylight in fucking 4K, but guess what? This alternative angle doesn't really even prove the point that you're trying to make. But because of the fucking low pixelated version of the video, I can at least try and defend it a little bit better, you know? Yeah. Now let's look at the eyewitness testimony now that we saw the video, okay? Because there are obviously eyewitnesses as well here.
I noticed that the ambulances were around, and then I saw behind the snowbank that they're doing CPR on a woman right behind here. I couldn't see the woman. I didn't see her get shot, but that's what my spouse said from the signal chat that we're on that they said happened. And they did CPR for a good minute. And then the ambulances came and they had stretchers and they brought her onto the stretcher. She was Scott patient. And they put her into the ambulance and they drove off without sirens. They didn't bring her to the emergency. They drove off quietly. If somebody is shot and they're doing CPR and they don't rush her to the emergency, what happens? Noticed that the ambulances were around, and then I saw behind the snowbank that they're doing CPR.
There's more. There's another witness. Yeah. Eyewitness account here from the scene says she was trying to turn around. An ICE agent was in front of her car and he pulled out a gun and put it right in, like his midriff was on her bumper, and he reached across the hood of the car and shot her in the face like 3 or 4 times, Heller said. Heller said it appeared that the woman then accelerated and traveled about 100 feet before striking a utility pole and some other vehicles. She could be seen slumped inside of her car. Kirsty Noem also immediately said this was an act of domestic terrorism, as though there isn't a fucking video footage of this. Okay? That's what's so crazy about it. These guys don't even care. They don't even dignify us with like a fucking deliberate lie. They don't even give us like a good lie anymore. I don't understand how people don't recognize that this is fascism, which is colonialism turned inward, okay? This is literally how we operated in Iraq without any accountability whatsoever, okay? We did this for years and years. We said, oh, we shot a hospital. Guess what? Maybe the hospital had Taliban in it. Turns out the hospital didn't have Taliban in it, but it's all right. It's just, you know, oh, my mistake. This kind of unaccountable violence is now taking place on U.S. soil. It was unacceptable in Afghanistan. It was unacceptable in Iraq. And now it's happening on U.S. soil. And it's crazy to me that there are American citizens who will defend this. And it's also crazy to me that Open Presence, thank you for the 100 gift to subs, is also crazy to me that there are people, I mean, there are people in the government that are lying in the exact same fucking way that they were lying in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Asked about a shooting that we just had in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased. We're continuing to gather more information.
Yeah. You know we got fucking footage, right? Like, this isn't even a lie. That's in the ballpark of what was captured on video. Just a complete fabrication. They're scrambling to rush out before people can see what happened. Like, not even remotely close. Not even remotely close to what fucking took place. Unless you mean it was an act of domestic terror by ICE. I cannot believe it, dude. Yo, listen. We're now fucking popping white women, dude. We're now killing white women and the state is justifying it. Like, how can people not understand that the environment has changed so dramatically? This is exactly what Black Lives Matter protesters were protesting about, okay? This is the reason why BLM was at the funeral of white people that were being killed by cops too. Like, there was at least a point in time where, like, the racist people would be like, well, this white person got killed and white people are the only human beings that we recognize as human beings. And I was like, nope. White women can be killed by cops just the same. Turns out it don't matter. Turns out it was like, it wasn't even all lives matter. It was no lives matter, you know? HasanAbi, do you run from a cop with a gun regardless of the country? Do not do that. It's wrong for the agent to shoot. Yes. What is going on with your brains, chatters? What causes you to think? What causes you to instantly try to find a different scenario? Well, what if she had a nuclear weapon and that she was about to blow up the entire state of Minnesota? You know? Like, what if she had a gun and she had fired the gun and she was running away after firing the gun? It's like, okay, what if? Do you run from a cop with a gun regardless of the country? Do not do that. It's wrong for the agent to shoot, yes, but also wrong to block the road from agents. Someone just told me to off myself. Shut up. Shut up. Okay? Stop. Stop fucking crying. I need you to stop fucking crying. You come in here, you say some dumb, nonsensical bullshit defending an American citizen getting fucking murdered in broad daylight, and then you cry when people go, shut the fuck up. Yes, it's the internet. You know how many people tell me to kill myself every fucking day? God damn it. Stop fucking crying. Sack up. Man the fuck up, bitch. God damn. You come in here, you say some insane shit, and instantly play the victim. What are we doing? Holy fuck. You're in here trying to play the big dog, being like, well, you know, I'm justifying summary execution in broad daylight. Oh no, someone told me a mean word on the internet. Shut the fuck up. You can't do might is right politics in the chat in an instance where someone like yourself could just as easily been the victim in this situation, and then get offended when people get mad about that and respond to it like that, okay? Holy fuck. I can't stand the fucking soy right. I cannot stand how fucking soy right-wing fascists are. It is unfucking bearable. One day they'll be talking about how, well, we have the biggest dicks, we have the biggest military, we can just murder whoever the fuck we want. The next day they'll be like, yeah, even if like it's an American citizen in our own fucking vehicle getting murdered in broad daylight, I'm still gonna defend that summary execution. Oh no, people are mad at me for saying that this is appropriate. Like, what is happening here? And then they fucking turn around and go, the left is so violent. Why? Because they said shut the fuck up and used a spicier language. Is that what it is? Cry bullies all around. Jesus Christ. Unfucking bearable. I know I was defending the summary execution of an American citizen in broad daylight in her own goddamn car by an unaccountable group of law enforcement officers that are simply following the desires of this unaccountable administration, really ramping up the tensions here, okay? But you were rude. You were rude to me. And that's basically, cops, come and kill this person, please. They were being rude to me. Me. I'm the most important person here. My feelings were hurt while you were trying to have a conversation about the possible dangers of escalating violence in the hands of an unaccountable body of law enforcement. But me, what about my feelings? Why can't I simply defend summary executions of broad daylight in the hands of ICE agents without people saying that I suck dick? Me! That's what you fucking sound like.
Questions there. You asked about a shooting that we just had in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened, it was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle and a woman attacked them.
I like that people then go crash out. I'm the one crashing out. You're right. Oh, never mind. You were talking about the fucking right wingers. Because people would then be like, oh, Hasan is fucking crashing out. It's like, I'm not the one crying, okay?
Them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased. We're continuing to gather more information, but this goes to show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day. These vehicle rammings are domestic acts of terrorism. We're working with the Department of Justice to prosecute them as such. We will continue to...
It's fucking insane. Yeah, that was yesterday. We didn't even get to that. There's a fucking ICE agent that they caught roaming the streets that had the fucking double lightning bolt Nazi tattoo. I can't believe it. Also, by the way, before people fucking chirp, before the electro dog dumbasses who got duped online fucking chirp, this woman murdered her dog murdered her puppy also in broad daylight, okay? The person that you're defending. And her goat. And then dumped them in a fucking pile. None of you give a shit, obviously, but, you know. Is so crazy. It's like any circumstance can be justified. If you can justify this, you can justify anything. You know what I mean? And I guess these guys literally... Yeah. They do want that. They want that. They want to justify anything and everything. Freeze frames of this specific moment where the ICE agent draws and fires his pistol 3 times. Look at the wheels, dude. Like the wheels of our